Nissan Micra, your keyless ignition won't turn. Nightmare. These are great when they're working. When they go faulty, it's always a bit of a problem. The model that suffered the most with this was this K12 between 2002 and 2007. A couple of things that go funny with these. The internals can bind up over time and jam, which causes you not to be able to turn this stub. You've got two parts to it. You can pull off the little cap on the end of the stub, which then reveals a key slot. So your stubby key, you slip the plastic cap off the end of it and pull the blade out. So just push the tab across and then slide the base over and out it comes. You can then put that in. If you're lucky, it will go in. But now these are getting a bit old. You know, 2003, it's a fair old while. So what happens is all inside gets all gunked up and you're trying to put that key in and half the time, it'll only go halfway in, you can't get it in. So you've got to clean it out. WD-40, carburetor cleaner. The Comma carburetor cleaner works really well, and it's got this nozzle on the end of it so you can get a real good penetrating spray. Also, another one that I find really good is this TF2 lubricant. Again, it's got the long nozzle on it and it's very similar to WD-40, but it doesn't evaporate as quick. Something in there, squirt it in, get lots of lubricant in there and work this key in and out. This particular one, it took probably 100 presses in and out, in and out, in and out to slowly get the key to go all the way in till it hit the bottom. It still wouldn't turn. We still couldn't get it to turn. A lot of people are saying this graphite powder is amazing on these. So you'll need to clean the lock with the carb cleaner and then apply the graphite powder into the barrel afterwards. It does work really well. That would probably be the best thing to try first, the cheapest thing. Squirt it in and then work it and work it and work it and see if it will get in there so you can turn it. If after all of this you still can't turn it, your next thing is to remove the cowling. Sometimes the electronics inside fail. Just by disconnecting everything and putting it all back together again, it can release it and bring it back to life. You've got to remove the little plastic trim that goes around the stub that you turn. There's a little plastic and that just pops straight off. Screwdriver behind it, or just get your fingers and pull it off. So to get the cowling off, you've got 3 screws, cross-headed screws underneath the steering column. Undo those 3 screws, put your fingers at the back of the cowling, pull it down and it pops off. The cowling will come down. Once you're in there, you've got these connector plugs underneath. Disconnect the connector plugs, the grey, the brown. There you can see the steering lock with the cowling removed. And now the plugs are visible. You've got this brown connector plug. You're just going to press the little tab on the brown connector plug and pull it apart. And also this grey one as well. Just press the little tab and pull it apart. Reconnect everything and it should work. And with a bit of luck, it will have released itself. If after trying that, give it a tap. If it's still not releasing, tap the actual mechanism underneath. Give it a few taps with a hammer. And again, the pins stick inside, which can stop it from turning. Just a tap and it can release that. Again, you're away. Lubricate it well and hopefully it won't give you any more problems. Worst scenario, you've tried cleaning it, you've tried your WD-40 and your carb cleaner in there, you get a real good clean, you've got the key in and everything else and it's still not working. You've disconnected it, it's still not working. You're going to have to replace this unit. You can buy these off of eBay. They come as a complete unit. Now, holding this to the column, it's got 2 shear bolts at the top. They are difficult to get out. You have to use a punch and tap them round with a punch, tap 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 tap, and undo the two shear bolts to get the column off. It will then just come straight down. That's the steering lock and everything's all in there. Once the bolts are out, it just drops down. You don't get the electronics on this. You swap the electronic components over to the new lock. It's very simple. A couple of screws, swap them over and then just rebuild it all, put it back together, and you're definitely going to be sorted. Definitely try the other things first, because 9 times out of 10, lubricant, graphite powder, disconnecting works. So if that's been of any use to you, drop me a thumbs up, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.